Morning, this is Doug Davis, broker in charge with Caron Realty, and today I'm going to talk about a question that I get asked constantly, and in fact twice this week, and one of those was even last night. So how do you know when to get a permit when remodeling? I talked before about what to do with an after the fact permit, but this is different. This is, you want to get a permit, or you're asking if you should get a permit. What do you need to know? When is it applicable that you have to get a permit? So, okay, it's really boils down to three really simple things. You need a permit for electrical, you need a permit for plumbing, and you need a permit for anything that costs more than $1,500 to fix, repair, build, that sort of thing, up from $1,000. Used to be $1,000 for the longest time, and they increased it just a little bit to $1,500, which is hardly anything. And $1,500 includes labor and materials, but not GE tax. Labor and materials for the $1,500. So it doesn't go very far. But there's exceptions. Okay, so electric, plumbing, and over $1,500, you need a permit, except for walls, fences, curbs that are 30 inches or less. So maybe a garden planter, no more than 30 inches. Painting, don't need a permit. Cabinet work, floor coverings, don't need permits. Sheds that are less than 120 square feet, maybe storage, that sort of thing. And repairs less than $1,500 over a 12-month period. And that's the one with labor and material cost. So that's what you don't need a permit for, if you can fit it in there. So you certainly need it for, as I say, plumbing and electric, but for new construction, for demolition, for walls, for fences, for driveways, any sort of curb work that you might do outside, signage, temporary structures, or large sheds greater than 120 square feet. So that's really it in a nutshell. Again, your painting, cabinet work, and floor coverings probably what people do the most. So you don't have to include that in the $1,500, but if you do other things that do add up to more than $1,500, that's when you need it. So it's pretty simple, but the exceptions, I guess, is what stumps everyone as to what you should include or not include in the calculation of over $1,500. And realistically, it's probably the one that's most abused and not permits not obtained for it, because it's not easy to submit for what you're doing because it includes blueprints. So $1,600, you have to go through and get permits. It's not a realistic number that they have allowed us to do without a permit. So handyman can do these sorts of things, but then after that, you need a contractor's license for greater than $1,500, and then the contractors don't necessarily want to do a tiny job that a handyman should really be doing. So it's a difficult thing for the public to satisfy with the permit versus no permit. So again, that's it. That's really basic: plumbing, electric, and greater than $1,500. So I hope that helps you, and that's it for today.